We meant to call this show the Heritage Hub, and it's
Nimrod and Friends.
yeah, Nimrod and Friends is the one on the podcast app, episode 2.
I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay.
I'm Nimrod. You want to introduce yourself, Freda?
Oh, so as he
Wait, are we on?
we
Are we on?
started?
Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me just.
Yeah, you can just. This is an option.
Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah,
What is this for? Is this?
just from my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but also the Apple Podcast app has no view count,
Oh.
Okay.
so nobody knows how many listeners are.
So yeah.
Who are
So is that a
you?
good thing
Wait,
or a bad thing?
um,
You like that?
it's a,
It means he's permanently a roaring success.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just vague how many people are listening. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I listened last night. You won't see.
I have
that
not
did that.
listened.
Oh, it's great. It's really funny.
I'd
So,
expect nothing.
what's your name?
My name is Alfreda. Thank you for having
You
me.
live in London.
I live in London. I live in Notting Hill with my 2-year-old daughter. And
Sorry, I just gonna. Does everyone want water? I just.
yeah, no, I've got a big bottle actually.
What's your name?
My name is. Wait, hold on.
We're
Jon
doing it.
Snow.
I'm clearly the waiter here. My name is John Onamara. I guess I'm a broadcaster and journalist.
And
My name is Kat Marnell. I'm an author
you came all the way from New York to do this?
for King Charles's coronation.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about that apparently.
You were here.
Because it's so current.
That's the only thing I want to talk about. What is? Oh,
So what happened when the Queen died? You said you were here.
I was here by accident. She happened to die around my birthday, which I spent with Jono at the Pelican, also in Notting Hill
Pub.
pub.
And what
And I got
you said
COVID.
something happened.
Pub of very hot people.
Yeah, the Pelican is the most relevant place in
And me.
Notting Hill right now.
Still,
Many rich
sort of-
kids. Sorry,
well,
all the
the-
rich kids.
So yeah, the Pelican was featured in Time Out. And so I imagine everyone obviously reads Time Out to find out where they want to go for a night,
subscribe,
evening
yeah.
in London. And they're now opening 10 more Pelicans across London.
well, I will say that time out is necessary in this city because there's so much gimmicky stuff going on at every minute. Someone like me is quite excited to do it all. In New York, there's never anything going on. Time out in New York blows.
Yeah. You don't
And-
really need Time Out in New York.
No, there's nothing.
No.
There's like one public art thing a year.
If anything, you need time off in New York.
Yeah.
Pretty visceral.
Because Jono, you came back from New York to live here.
I did. Yeah, obviously I'm originally from London, you know, and then decided to go across the pond and had many adventure, many years there.
I lived in New York as well.
Did you?
Until I was 10.
Okay, I don't know if we
Yeah.
knew each other then.
No, probably just missed each other.
Yeah,
maybe.
there's a slight age disparity between the two
I
of
don't
us.
know. I mean, I'm 12. I don't know how.
In Bushwick, you used to live?
No, we lived on the Upper West Side.
All right.
Yeah.
Be funny if she lived in Bushwick at age 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that's the scene.
But
Hitting Mood Ring.
Yeah.
You know Mood Ring? You've been to Mood Ring with me,
Woodring is a
Nimrod.
famous venue in Bushwick. Jono used to live nearby. Great nights.
there's a smell to Bushwick. It's a stench. Yeah, I lived there it's the only lease I've ever broken. I lived there for like 100 days and exited swiftly
Where do you live now in New York?
on St. Mark's Place in the East Village.
Kind of 90s, St. Mark's.
It actually smells as well.
I think the only thing I know about Bushwick is that episode of Girls. Do you watch Girls? Mm-hmm. With Lena Dunham and anyway, that is. I don't think I've gone out in Bushwick ever.
Lena moved to London.
She did move to
Oh, yeah.
London. Yeah.
That
She
had
got
a beautiful
everyone who
wedding.
gets cancelled moved to London.
Yes.
Did she get canceled?
She had to apologize all the time for stuff.
But that wasn't real because I got roped into some of that. It's very strange people obsessed with her one story about the time she put pebbles in her younger sister's vagina.
And how
Oh, I
did,
hadn't
you
heard
get,
that
Fan of
before.
hers, really.
You've never heard?
No, I didn't hear that.
how did you get rope into that?
She tweeted me once. I tweeted something in defense of her, and then I was CC'd on people bullying her for the rest of my life. And I really saw what people do when on the internet and they pick on people. It's really outrageous.
Yeah.
And she's had probably a lot of trauma from it. The cancel culture is no good.
Wait,
Yeah, it
the
wouldn't be
sister
fun
or
to
Very,
be
her?
like, they're cops.
It wouldn't be fun to be famous now, is what I'm kind of gathering.
But if you get cancelled, you get more famous.
Possibly.
All press is good press.
It's never happened to me. So.
What, isn't that a mark of acclaim that you're so famous that
Yeah.
you can be cancelled?
People take the time to trash you on Twitter and complain about you, and it means you've done something.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Alfreda, you've been a Kat Marnell fan, the only one that I know in London who's actually been reading Kat Marnell's books
Yeah.
for so long.
Singular.
Well, my mum got me your book when I was like 20 or 21. And I don't read that often, but I like finished your book in about 2 days. And I really think that it kind of influenced a lot of my life following. For me, it was I really respected you and your honesty and how, and also about your, like, when you were in active addiction, that kind of cutthroat, like, honesty and just ruthlessness about the whole reality, but you weren't kind of apologetic about it at all. And I actually just wanted to ask you, not that you should be, but I wanted to ask, now that you're sober and in recovery, are you in recovery?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you, that kind of like honesty, is it more difficult to apply that now that you're sober other when you were in addiction?
Alfredo really prepared for this interview.
I love it. I know that I'm a good person, and not everyone can say that, and I'm not bragging. I have a lot of shortcomings, but
Put it in your bio. I know I'm a good person.
I am a good person. So I always had good intentions, but I was messy. But that's a bad answer to the question. Thank you, first of all.
Yeah.
In recovery, it's good to, it's the same like ruthless honesty, I guess. But if anything, when I look at the book, I just see like technical work that I did, and the honesty was sort of the easy part. And it was just like how to arrange the honesty, how to make the honesty, like, because it's an addiction book, I didn't want it to be boring or too dark, because I knew the dark stuff would come. So keeping it light and like silly and something that people would read quickly was really important to me. So I'm always glad to hear that. So thank you.
Yeah, no, completely. But
the writer in me overriding the addict at all
Should
times.
become a TV show still, I think. How
I
Met
think
My
I
Life.
could see the whole. I mean, I feel like I've seen your life. Like, I don't know, it's amazing. It was a great book.
I want to watch
Thank you.
it on Hulu.
Well, unfortunately, Sony TriStar tried to sell it, and it did not sell. But now I have the options again. I did make about $50K off of that. It was 2 years of working on that.
Great.
Yeah.
And
so
now
use,
maybe
use
someone
that
else will
money
buy
to
it.
hire some actors and do.
I've spent it,
All right. Okay.
darlings.
In Greece.
In Greece, yeah.
These actors can work for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it.
Majority
I
do
do it
anyway.
for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play a young cat.
But did you write the book as if it wanted to be a TV series eventually? Did you have that in mind?
Sort of. You always know that that's going to happen. Like, it's very, very common. A book gets purchased right after it comes out. I picked. There was lots of people wanted it. I actually made some probably poor decisions in retrospect. Not going with people like my friends, like the Safdies or Sebastian Bear McClard, my dear friend. People from Alara who did Uncut Gems and all that.
Who could play you? Do you imagine Leah McSweeney maybe?
That would be funny if
Yeah.
Leah McSweeney, who's not an actress, my friend from the Real Housewives of New York, played me. You know, any of those girls, Ashley Benson, all of those.
Benson, yeah.
You know.
Spring Breakers kind of a vibe.
Yeah. Any of the little blondes.
Mhm.
That crazy Emma
Yeah.
Roberts. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna
Sydney
happen.
Sweeney. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I think everything happens for a reason, and maybe it wouldn't have been with Sony TriStar at the right time.
Sure thing.
And maybe you wouldn't have had the same control that maybe you will do now.
Yeah.
Moving forward. So
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing.
It wasn't
Silver lining.
Is
the
there a
Hollywood
guy?
thing. If you guys know me, Hollywood is not my wheelhouse. I have to be dragged to the movies. I like a documentary. I like what Jono does in the cemeteries of London. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Cemetery Safari.
You should go to the cemeteries with him.
I love, yes. But we
Really
should
cool.
talk about how we all became friends.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm curious.
You were in page 6, like you pretended to have a thing together just for media.
What? No romance.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
It's all romance.
It was it.
Romance.
Fomance. Yeah.
wanna
I mean,
hear
I was as surprised as everyone else, to be honest with you.
It was Nimrod's influence.
It was
I hooked you up
actually-
in London, then in New York you suddenly were in the papers. Like,
Well, hooking up, there's a...
I invited Kat to your
An essence
DJ
there.
event in Lulu's
Yes.
London club.
Yeah.
It was my birthday, and it was a fun time. These private, and who was there that night? The
Aziz
guy
Ansari?
from was Aziz Ansari there?
He was upstairs, not in that party.
That's not who I was talking about. But
Aziz Ansari
the
was
guy,
there.
the guy from
A London celebrity.
Hugh Grant.
Oh,
No, it
Hugh
was
Grant
Hugh
was
Grant?
there.
Hugh Grant was there
He was
Well,
on the bar,
incredible.
super old. Yeah.
at the bar.
Lulu's was a fabulous place.
You endorse it.
I endorse it. I
What?
guess.
It's kind of
What
elitist.
is?
Do you like Lulu's, Alfredo?
I'm a fan. I once actually I fainted into the owner's arms when I was 17.
On purpose?
No, I genuinely fainted.
To get a membership?
Yeah, no, it hasn't come through yet. But yeah, and I think that was my 17th birthday, and I'll never forget. I met Lindsay Lohan, who at the time was speaking in a kind of Arabic.
She
We were
became
just
Muslim.
talking
Yeah, we just talked about that.
I was just telling Jono that I heard some Lindsay Lohan gossip, which is, she's pregnant now, but she used to
Wow.
be such a major alcoholic. And what's really helped her be in this place where she can have this different life is actually moving to Dubai,
Yeah.
where alcohol, while it's there, is like much less popular. It's very regulated. It's not part of the culture, and so it's and then her husband is quite, I heard, intense, like in controlling in
Sure.
some ways, but it's really been good for her.
Like a Muslim wife, she converted to
Yeah,
Islam, and
I
then
mean,
the Trump travel ban
You
for
can't
Muslims.
be an alcoholic kind of Muslim.
She wasn't
quite
allowed.
as easy as
So
you-
basically, that's the pitch, is it? That's the tourism pitch for Dubai.
She wasn't allowed back in the US because of the Muslim ban.
Wave
that
Dubai,
Trump
if you've got
introduced.
alcohol addiction.
And she had a club in Athens, and she went through a midlife
Yeah.
crisis.
Mykonos.
Basically.
Yeah, I was making that video, that
Offense.
iconic.
So you
the
met
dancing
Lindsay.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dancing one.
So you ran into Lindsay in Lulu's. Yeah.
She like invited me to her table with my.
Waved at
boyfriend.
you or messaged you?
No, well, I just met her at the club.
Oh,
like-
she told you, come join us.
Yeah. She kept saying that I reminded her of her younger sister,
Hmm.
and then said, "Come to Usher's studio tomorrow." It never happened.
Usher?
Yeah, it was very random.
Did you go?
No, obviously it just never
She
never
tempted her.
materialized.
She threw me out of a nightclub.
How,
Oh.
physically or
She had me taken out of Le Baron
Why?
Le Baron in Paris?
because I took
Le
a
Baron
drag
in
of
Paris?
her. No, of Chinatown.
Oh, New York,
right.
the Mulberry
Oh,
Street one.
it's another-
Yeah, she had
RIP.
me. I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything.
What, you came in, Lindsay was there?
I was sitting at her table, and it was when e-cigarettes first came out. You know, the kind they like lit up blue
Juuls.
at the end. They
And they
were new.
looked
They
like a
weren't even
cigarette.
jewels. They were the newest.
before.
Like,
Yeah.
and this male model was there, and I guess it was her man. And he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's an e-cigarette." And he's like,
Yeah,
"What?"
like the
I'm like, "You
future.
haven't seen that?" And so he's like, "Can I try it?" And I gave him a drag of this thing, which I don't even like doing. I don't share mouth stuff with
Yeah.
people. And
Lindsay was jealous?
yeah,
that he
and then
took-
she had security come, and I had this face off with her. I was like, "Dude, like, don't do this." Like, and she's like, "You need to leave now. You need to leave now." And I'm with Chrissy Miller, who's our mutual friend, and this DJ I was dating, who was also her friend, and I was escorted out by security.
All of your friends stayed inside and your cigarette stayed?
What does it look
inside?
like if you're escorted out? Are you manhandled?
I don't care. I am not.
It's an honor to
A
be
lot of
escorted.
people.
honor, yeah.
A lot of. I'm a bullied person. My sister is a bully. Lindsay's a bully, and I allowed myself to be bullied, and I left.
Wasn't she bullied by
No.
Paris Hilton and Britney Spears? That was the kind
One
of
day. In,
once upon a time.
in the playground.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, when they all Disney.
they grew up together.
She probably deserved it.
And Jono, you kind of pivoted to TikTok. Me,
Yeah.
as an older person, I watch TikTok links on Safari. I don't have the TikTok
love
app.
that.
I open them on the browser. But you really went in the TikTok.
Yeah, I went in hard. Yeah, absolutely.
You did?
I did.
Yes, you
Yeah.
How do I
TikTok.
not know about his TikTok account?
It's huge.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's all the cemetery content.
Yeah. So it's
God damn.
yeah, it's called Cemetery Safari.
Is it?
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's genius.
And you're always wearing a suit. And you're...
always wearing a suit. I know. Yeah,
And
exactly.
you touch graves.
Hashtag woke up like this. I touch graves.
Yeah.
Not just touch. It's not some ASMR
Caress them.
experience. I mean, partly. I guess you could say that. I believe the technical term is tapophile.
Tapophile.
Ooh.
Yeah,
is that
I'm
an
obsessed
ASMR?
with graves.
Oh,
You
fine.
tap the graves.
No, well, I
Yeah.
I try and respect them as well, to
Yeah.
the best of my ability.
But why?
But why?
But why, darling?
Yeah.
Why respect?
Why? Why the respect? No, I mean I love history. You know, I wanted to be an archaeologist as a child. Obviously inspired by Indiana Jones, and there was this great British TV show called Time Team that was on Channel 4. Don't know if you've ever watched that
No.
before. Yeah,
Of course not. I'm American.
yeah. Well, that's it. Only
Time
in
travel show.
Same.
only in the UK would we ever come up with a show called Time Team where someone writes in and says, I think I found a Roman coin in my back garden. So obviously you send a whole crew of archaeologists and a film crew as well and try and dig up someone's backyard. And you know, 9 times out
Kind
of
of
10...
offensive.
Well, 9 times out of 10, it's probably not a Roman villa. It's probably just a Roman soldier 2,000 years ago had a hole in his pocket and dropped a, I don't know,
Oh, bloody hell.
Can you
denarius
dig?
coin.
Can you dig in your show
hate
and
when that
find
happens.
artifacts?
Yeah, you hate it? Yeah. Can I dig in my show?
Find artifacts and sell them.
Possibly. Maybe I could do a mini time team.
Yeah.
I could bring it back.
you
Actually, it
ever-
already is back.
Did you ever
but
go to Highgate Cemetery? That's my favourite cemetery.
I've been a number of times, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's the
actually a
best one.
Highgate vampire there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it? It's not you then.
It's not me, no, although I am vaguely vampiric
Yeah,
these
I was
days.
thinking-
I generally don't need
you
the
interviewed-
house or the
I
sun.
hear that our new king is a descendant of not Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. But I won't talk about the king. Apparently, I'm blocked.
Oh, really?
But back
You're
to
not
John-
blocked.
Saying you could talk about the
well,
royal
I-
family.
Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about?
The family and no black people, no Jewish people in the royal family.
I mean, they are circumcised.
Yeah.
The men in
Circumstantial.
the family.
And all related brothers and sisters.
I didn't know that the connection between Vlad and Charles.
Well, I've just read 40 facts you didn't know about the king
Go.
in the Evening Standard magazine
Wow.
on the train yesterday.
You actually touched the paper?
Yeah, I opened a
cool.
magazine and what else? Yesterday what I also did was take something in London that maybe you guys wouldn't like. It's that funicular thing that goes up out of North Greenwich.
We have a funicular?
It's like
A DLR.
it swings in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And I went
What is
on
it?
it, and it's over the big Damien Hirst statue. That's what I
Oh.
did yesterday. But anyway, Jono, why didn't you become an architect, darling? Because the modeling took you
Archaeologist.
away.
Or an architect, really.
Yeah.
Could have made my mum proud.
Years and years.
Was it
Yeah.
the dusting? Was it the slow pace? Because in Greece, I went to this place where the turn of the century architects, this guy had glued on Crete. And he did something that now, today, if you found the ruins of an ancient city, you couldn't just reconstruct it to make it a tourist attraction. But this guy did. And it really put architecture on the map.
You met him in...
No, he's dead, but I went to
Right.
the site.
Yeah.
He did it all wrong.
And this was a Beauty Shambles episode, or what's happening with the Patreon?
My Patreon's fine. Anyone can subscribe to it. Who wants to pay me $5 a month?
How many lanes are there? $5 or
No,
more?
just the 5. I've
Oh.
rejected the other 2 tiers. I could not keep up with that, and I apologize.
Oh, I just realized there's cameras in here. It's like, who's she looking at?
Because if you have other tiers,
thing I-
you have to promise fans more content, more t-shirts, merch.
I come through with 2 columns a month. I have no merch.
And it's about going on trips, mainly.
Well, no, it's about me.
Oh.
It's the minute details of my life. If you
You.
want to know what tinted lip balm I put on when I'm standing in the queue for the Pete Doherty concert tonight at Royal Albert Hall,
Oh.
this is where you're going to read it. It's like what's in my bag. There's usually a beauty product in the end.
With pictures of
Lots of
you in the
pictures.
queue with Pete Doherty.
Yeah.
He's got a hotel. You should go. He's doing the
I know.
he's the
We're going to go.
reception.
I don't want to go alone.
We'll go together. He's doing the reception desk.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's super chubby
He
on drugs.
Super-
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Is he on drugs?
Excuse
No,
me.
he's
I don't know
not
if we
on
can
drugs.
say
No
that.
looks
It's not.
shaming.
Oh, no, I mean in a good way, but
If your friend
Fine, we
Jono, who's as slim as a swizzle stick his entire life, one day shows up and just decides to let go of whatever relentless, grueling exercise regimen he's on to maintain his slim physique, if one day he decides to change his mind and put down the electric guitar
it's true.
and maybe gets a bit rotund, what are you gonna do? Make fun of him like you're the news of the world?
I like to hug chubby friends of mine.
That's
He'd
right,
defend
Jono.
me.
It's comfortable.
He'd defend me. That'd
I
be the
hate
end of
when
it.
they become thin. Actually, I don't like when chubby friends become skinny. There's nothing
You
to
don't
hug.
really have any large
I have
rotund friends.
one
I've
chubby.
never met
doesn't.
any larger friends that you have.
I
He
do. I
does.
don't
I know,
want to
I'm
name
skinny.
them. though. So Alfreda,
Hello. No, I'm enjoying the
you
chubby,
want to talk about
chubby talk.
the kitchen nightlife?
The kitchen
thing?
nightline. I was thinking of making a documentary about my friend's event, which is called Dangerous Kitchen.
Dangerous Kitchen.
You know of it?
Yes.
I
Is
just
it a
thought was-
cooking show?
Well, no.
Should be.
It's a bunch of like kids in someone's flat on Baker Street, and it's just a music night. But it's a very interesting mixture. There's some people who are there because they're genuinely like into music and they're like underground art school kids, and then you get the kind of, are we going to go to Chiltern Firehouse after this side of things?
Are they wealthy kids who live on Baker
yeah.
Street?
I guess so. It's a real, yeah.
It's
But
the most
interesting to me.
relevant night spot right now in
What
London.
is Baker Street again? Obviously,
It's
I
just
know
a street
Where Sherlock
yeah.
Holmes.
next
had
to the Madame
vacancy.
Tussauds
Home.
in Soho.
in Marylebone near Soho. There's a street, Baker Street.
I
There's
know
some-
everything. I just don't always look at the name of the street. I've been on all of them.
You've
okay?
definitely been on
I'm
Baker
an English
Street.
person.
Yeah.
Do I say British? Or, I
You
am.
can say whatever you like.
Jono is like a New Yorker in the way I'm a Londoner.
Yeah.
Like we're naturally at home.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
In other
It's
places.
beautiful. We're just.
So can
I
can you
refuse to
join?
be a New Yorker who's in L. Like I'm in London the way that most New Yorkers are in LA. Like they
Oh.
spend a lot of time in LA. They're there multiple
Right.
times a year. I can't do it.
Caroline Polachek.
I'm holding down the
does that.
London thing.
The London look.
There's a legacy, and Courtney Love's the only other person who's like as dedicated as I am to having the second life in London. But I'm trying to make London hot with the New Yorkers again. They don't like it until they get here, then they love it. But they think that it's all like,
The Ion Pack.
Isn't it that when
coming.
people are cancelled
Oh,
in New York,
June.
they come to London?
Yeah, they come to London when they get shamed in New York sometimes.
is this
Nobody
looping back to-
judges you
This is
there.
what he said.
But the Ion Pack podcast, they're all coming here for 2 days and they have more friends when they come here than I have. Really annoys me.
Well, isn't London a friendly place?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
London is
gravitate
probably the
towards-
most cutthroat, I think.
You think so?
I live with a New Yorker and she says, and she's lived in Paris, she's done New York, she's done London. She says, the people here are actual
People
Really?
won't hang with you here. They need a reason to
well,
hang.
that's true. Like that. Oh, well, I won't say who it was. Sometimes, occasionally, Nimrod will introduce me to someone who doesn't treat me like I have any clout, and then they're very vicious to me.
What was the
Yeah, they're
clout
vicious. That's a
thing?
good word for
You
it.
said something about clout that's happening. Clout.
Oh, I'm sober for clout.
What is that?
Well, I didn't know that I was until I was getting clout for being sober, but I just got sober
Get
for fun.
points for being sober in the clout?
Well, I don't know. People just started paying, like, giving me better attention, and then all the, you just get some good attention that you
Alright.
didn't count on.
I thought, like, when you were talking about your addiction, I thought that was, like, I really loved that. I mean, not that I think you should be
I know, I
an
was
addict,
addicted
but-
for clout, and now I'm sober.
And now you're sober for
clout.
clout. So I'm sober, maybe for clout, but
And it's better
right
clout?
now,
Being sober is better clout
I think it's probably
than
more healthy clout.
Yeah, I guess.
addictive clout?
So far on TikTok, when I talk about sobriety, it gets more traction than when I'm just trying to look pretty.
What is clout anyway? It's not
Well,
followers.
I guess not being addicted, being sober now is fashionable into itself. Whereas I suppose when
Yeah.
I was growing up, it was cool to be rock and roll, right? It was cool to get off your rocks the whole time. And
Rock
now,
and rolled.
Yeah, rock and roll. I know it was. Well, you mentioned Pete Doherty before, but the whole Pete and Kate Moss shtick.
Well, we can do
that
that
was
while
cool,
sober.
right? That was,
and that's really cool.
yeah,
like
that's
looking
lovely.
rock and roll.
To remember
being-
your night.
Embodying rock and roll.
Yeah,
And having those stories, but being like, oh no,
yeah.
I can stay up till 4 a.m. and
Jono,
And
why
wake up at
didn't
night.
you become an archaeologist?
Yes, why
Again,
not?
we
with
really
that,
want to talk
John
about
has a list of topics to cover.
I've got we've got a list of prompts so we can get
start
through,
with the
to speed
prompts.
through. But I will. Sorry, just to answer your question, burning question. I just don't know if I was cut out for digging with a
digging.
trowel in the rain.
You should dig together.
Quite slow pace.
You should do a video. I can imagine you and Kat Marnell digging in a cemetery on the side of the cemetery.
What?
Yeah.
What?
For bones.
Digging up bodies to sell,
Some tiny pieces of art.
like Burke and Hare.
Yeah.
I would
don't think
watch
that's
that. You should do a duet.
I would watch
kind
it.
of.
I would love to go beachcombing with you,
Oh, I
What's
love that.
beachcombing?
where you go to the foreshore, for instance, on the Thames or a beach.
Like
and
a
you
stony beach.
Yeah, Stony Beach. Again, you can have a
How
trail.
about- Can we go canal slogging? It's when you take a net and you slog the Regent's Canal
for
behind
dirt.
you on a
Yeah.
tugboat, and you see what you find.
Oh.
Yeah, or
Nice.
or you get the metal, you get the magnet, so
Metal
magnet
detector.
fishing.
Metal detector, you mean? Or
Well, you can do a metal
right.
detector, or you can go magnet fishing. So,
Oh, yeah.
Regent's Canal, for instance, you have a magnet on a fishing rod, chuck it in, see what you drag up.
It's a good video. Can imagine you two.
Could be a couple of cycles there, a couple of guns, maybe some
I've
knives.
always
See it.
wanted, this past birthday when we went up at the Pelican, my actual dream was to get a Regent's Canal houseboat and just be on top of it like a queen because my birthday's September, so it would be beautiful weather. And I was going to force people to come there. It's not really Jono's scene.
I don't know. My last meaning actually means son of the sea, so maybe I'm prepared.
He's DJing in Sketch a lot recently.
Yes,
Oh,
you
I-
have.
Yeah, well, just once a month. But
Did
I
you
guess
come to my show at Sketch?
I did. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
So you were
Yeah,
You
singing.
have a brilliant voice, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not just saying that because you're here. I actually generally believe that.
Thank you.
You really do.
Thank
You
you.
You
have some
hold the
songs on
stage.
YouTube we can
Read
check
us.
out.
I'm well, yeah, I will soon. So I'm basically hosting a kind of cabaret night at Ellen's in House of Cocoa soon. So come to that.
Cool. Why not in Dangerous Kitchen?
Well, I want, it's more of a Dangerous Kitchen is like a small sweaty
Flat,
room,
right.
Which
should
I love,
sing.
and
Yeah, you
there's a
could
place
sing.
for that. But
COVID.
I want to do the whole thing, like
Mm-hmm.
sauntily walk to like tables and like get on people's laps and
What's the name of the
drink
most
with them.
coolest song that you've done, you'd say?
Well, the song that everyone seems to love it's called Guest Room. It's about like when I was thrown into someone's guest room. And
How does
they
it
didn't want
start?
to have
Just
sex
the
with me.
first lyrics of Guest Room?
Dicey.
Don't have to sing, just tell us the lyrics.
Can you give us a rendition now?
Take me home to your parents' house. I wanna see the books you read as a kid. Hope you read what I read. Take me down to the places you go. Show me that pub you like. Show me that girl you like. Wait.
Well done.
You're my first guy, I'm your first girl. To hold you this close, take me into your world.
Wow.
And then you shoved me in your guest room. And then it's like that.
right.
Yeah.
Jono can relate.
Oh, I've been shoved in many a guest room before. But
I cannot believe I just did that. But there we
Oh,
go.
that was
It's
brilliant.
wonderful.
That
That
was
is
brilliant.
hysterical.
Now
I'm
we're all
so
going
okay.
round the table, and we're all going to do renditions of songs.
Yeah, sing.
Well, hold on. One sec, give me a moment here. No, but you mentioned about guest rooms, about going in, seeing someone's books they read. I guess that's a bit of a John Waters quote there, right? About when you go back to someone's house, if they don't have any books, don't fuck them.
Oh, wow.
Do you adhere to that?
No, well, that's interesting. I do
But if
adhere
they
to
have
that.
a Kindle, darling.
Well, you've just got everything on
Kindles are
Kindle now.
not-
I was
Kindles
just
aren't
wish the
very
Kindle.
sexy.
I hate it.
But
I
let's be
love the
honest,
smell of a book.
if you're already gone back to someone's bedroom and they don't have any books, you probably would still fuck them, right? I mean, at
Yeah.
this point.
You would.
It's the ultimate rejection song.
No comment.
Really.
Books makes you. It's like a pickup line. When you see someone reading a book on the subway. Tube.
Oh, I hate when people like go around. They have a specific book. They're kind of reading it, but I have this one friend. I don't hate when she does. I think it's very cool. But she carries a book just depending on like what her outfit is. What the cover does the cover match her
Doesn't
outfit?
everyone do that?
Does everyone do?
I do that. Of course.
Yeah.
I am teasing.
there's an
Maybe I should
Instagram.
do that. Maybe I should. Oh, fuck. I'm very.
That's what the
gullible.
Kooks used to do.
Is
You know,
it?
the band The Kooks? Do you remember those guys?
Yeah, I remember the Kooks.
Kooks.
Yeah?
As
yeah.
I am 12, so I don't really.
One of
We
them
were 12
dated.
at the time, yeah. What?
Keira Knightley was getting married to one of the Cooks.
Mm.
There was another Cooks guy who bought a house in Dalston.
Okay.
The drummer bought
The
a
drummer.
flat.
Oh, right,
he
yeah.
bought a
Well,
flat.
they used to walk around with novels in their pockets that
Mm.
would sort of, they would sort of colour coordinate. I
All
don't know
right.
if it was ever read, but it'd be probably something from the 19th
Just for the
century.
paparazzi to grab a piece of the book
Yeah.
coming out of their pockets.
I think there's a kind of funny like promotional campaign. You do like fake paparazzi photos, like coming out of different strange venues, holding.
I would have loved for
Bizarre
someone to do
books.
that with my book. But no.
Your book
Oh.
is a hardcover. Can it fit in a pocket?
There's a paperback, darling.
Oh, right.
I loved your line. We were having a conversation. I can't remember when. Maybe it's your birthday, and I basically admitted that I hadn't read your book, and then you said back to me, "Don't worry, darling. None of my friends have."
No, yeah.
There is another book.
Does that
that-
does that mean we can't be friends?
I haven't seen. No, we can. I love people who have read my book. It's like I haven't seen Uncut Gems, even produced by my friends, starring my friend Julia Fox. Like I don't know
Admission.
why.
She's your friend.
What?
Is she really a really
Yeah.
close friend? Okay.
She's
okay.
my
It's a
friend
scoop
from
for you.
I
way
think
Big
it's
scoop
before.
for you.
I think of Kat on the same level as Julia Fox, like the
There you
New
go.
York icons. Totally.
And you
Thank you.
interviewed her for which magazine?
Paper, which just folded. Wait, did Paper and
Yeah.
Vice
Pun intended.
just fold?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
Vice is
Yes.
going
You're
down.
cool.
Paper just-
The only magazine that ever
Oh
paid us.
shit! Do you work
Vice.
at Vice?
No.
Paper
I made a joke because she said
Oh.
paper just folded.
I
Very
went
good.
to rehab on Vice,
about
so I'm
origami.
glad they have because I owe them a Thai rehab story for
Vice.
over a decade. I haven't written
But you
the story.
promised Vice they commissioned
They
you to do
paid
it.
for me to go to the cabin rehab where Pete has gone, and I was basically copying Pete at that time. And Peter, I'm sorry, Doherty,
Peter?
Doherty.
Pete and Macaulay Culkin was his best friend back then.
That was a great time.
Yeah.
I'm
They shared a flat in Paris.
yeah.
And then you never submitted the story from Pete Doherty's rehab.
Right. I mean, I just like relapsed right away.
So you kept Vice's money?
Well, they paid for the rehab. They didn't
Alright.
give me any money.
Oh, they paid for you to go to
Yeah.
the actual.
Anyway, but here I am today. And now I'm just going to put that content in my new book and not give them anything.
Good
Yeah.
prompt.
Huzzah. Yeah. Prompts now. Well, I was going to talk about
What was I
Nimrod
gonna
working
say?
for Vice,
Yeah.
actually.
They paid me when I moved to London. Vice were the only
What,
ones.
Didn't you fake an Obama
Yeah, I
birth?
did a fake birth in New York for Vice New York, and I got in trouble. I met Shane Smith, the owner. I interrupted an interview that he made with the New Yorker. Oh, and I bought fake followers to my boss on Vice, Andy Capper, on Twitter. And he was really offended because he asked me to buy him followers, but then he denied it. When
Right.
10,000 followers arrived from a click farm.
It's just quite obvious
Some
when there's fake
poor,
followers because the
impoverished people in
people,
the
the
third world.
engagement,
Yeah, back
the
in then.
engagement is
Creating multiple
True.
accounts.
But
That's dope.
people look at the
Is that
number.
real?
Yeah.
Sorry, two
Click.
conversations.
Sorry.
Click farms are real.
Yeah, in Bangladesh, you pay people to click on your stuff.
Let me tell you, if I don't let anyone but a Bangladeshi woman touch my eyebrows in this
Oh, really?
in London, in New York, it's Indian women.
And your Twitter account, clearly.
Some of your real friends are fake people, so maybe you prefer the click farmers.
Who are you referring to?
Oh, not Julia Fox, like other people that maybe
sure.
don't have your best interest at heart. So click farmers are there for you.
That's
in
right.
Bangladesh, they need the money more than a Facebook ad.
So I've got actually this wonderfully segues into one of the prompts that we have in terms of Julia Fox actually, and we could get all your takes, especially Kat's, I suppose, because you are friends with her. So apparently now Julia Fox has gone for a Clowncore look.
What's clown?
I
Clown?
love clowns, you know.
Yeah.
What
It
do you mean,
girl, it like the clown. It all melds together. Have you ever seen the big clown in Reno? Since Johnna's going out west, there's a big clown.
A
in,
statue.
Yeah, it's like a big waving electronic thing.
Oh.
And I'd really like to
And
copy
Julia
it for
Fox
some earrings.
based
Clowns
on-
are cool.
Can you explain
Clowns are
Clowncore?
cool.
Can you explain Clowncore?
Julia Fox recently showed up in some clown makeup. I've been doing this for a minute. The smearing in the mouth,
copied
always
you.
homage,
Yeah. obsessed.
Joker,
So
women
she
like.
copied you mean?
Oh no,
You said you were doing it for a minute.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I've been obsessed with clowns.
You want her
I
mood
really want
board.
that look to be brought back because I feel like the last, like when Drag Race became huge and then everyone, it was very exciting. Everyone, in Lady Gaga and everyone was doing big looks. It all calmed down maybe in the last 5 years. People have been, dewy skin, bare, minimal. I really want to bring back the drag kind of energy.
Maybe
Yeah,
Clowncore's
we
for
know-
you.
We know
I
that
think
as
it is
man
me,
repeller, and
actually.
Julia Fox has really taken off since she. Look, the Julia Fox is a,
Icon.
and I've known her since she's 20. Yes, but since she's very young, she is like a force. She was the girl in the room that you get very uncomfortable. I didn't, but other people get uncomfortable because she was so good looking and fucking This is like Uncut Gems era, and now she's done the full man repeller performance art. Honestly, like she's brilliant.
So why
And-
did she date an anti-Semitic like Ye?
Kanye.
I don't know.
She's
That
still-
racy life, baby.
She's still with him?
I'd date him.
She's still with
I
him?
wouldn't care.
Who is she
I
seeing?
just want to see things. It's all about getting to that level. You can, like, I want to see these tableaus, like things. That's why when he was anything that he did, it elevated celebrity because you get to see just the aesthetics of his world. And
Curious about how
You're
it
talking
feels
about
like
access.
to date
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
So
access.
dating Kanye
It's
is an
interesting.
experience. Like,
It's a story.
yeah.
On the clown theme, actually, my latest cemetery safari
my
episode that's
goodness.
coming up very soon. I feature a clown. The
the
most
cemetery.
famous
Marceau?
clown. No, but it's Marceau.
in Paris.
I know you're a fan of Marceau.
I am.
Yeah, Pellichez.
So you bring a clown to the cemetery?
No. So there's a famous clown grave in Angel, Islington, just up the road from here. We can go and visit him
I'd
after.
love to go.
He
after
died
this.
in his outfit.
No, but he did die impoverished, drunk. So again, that's another stereotype of clowns, is the depressed clown.
Well, Bozo the clown, a famous American clown, had a very happy ending and a healthy life, and you can read about it in his biography, Behind the
Really?
Nose.
So there was one bozo.
Behind the nose.
That is the book that will be on my shelf,
Yeah.
like the John Waters quote, when someone goes home with me. Behind
Wow.
the Nose, the Bozo the clown story. It's on my bookshelf right now. I still never read it.
Wow.
I can lend it to you,
Yeah.
Jono, for
Brilliant.
your research.
Or you could throw it at a gentleman. You know, when you
I
have to
could
go out the
beat a
room to
man
prepare
with it.
yourself for the evening's entertainment. Here, quick, read Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, then you got some clown makeup on the headboard. You make him wonder what you're up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than them being on TikTok while they're waiting.
Well, maybe
Or,
clowns is your niche on TikTok, maybe instead of.
Hashtag
Clown?
Clowncore. I will be
Clowncore.
using that hashtag.
I think-
Thanks to Julia Fox as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this
God
latest
bless her.
piece.
Yeah.
It's Joey Grimaldi, Joseph Grimaldi, if you want to look up the famous 19th century clown. And he
Yeah.
was the reason why the Harlequin dress became popular and the exaggerated face paint that we now know of clowns today, and also now
Yeah.
crystallized in the clown emoji. So
You're
thanks
also
to Joey.
picking up relevant people. Like you famously hung out with Goots, the drunken canal in New York. editor.
Love her.
Who else is relevant now in New York that we should hang out with? Because we go there for a few days, so expensive. We need to hang out with specific people that we plan.
See, I don't like naming names because that's what this It Girl list in New York Magazine just did, and it excluded people. I was very annoyed that Goots, for example, and the Drunken Canal Girls were not on that list. It was just annoying because that list, and then I was trashing the list.
Yeah, Airmail did a downtown people in this magazine, and they did not put Goots. She was really upset.
It's just I don't like exclusivity. If you want to be an It Girl, it's to be inclusive and nice. Like look at John, he's an It Boy because he's nice. He's
Yeah.
very nice. That's what everyone told me. Even before I knew you, someone like Hannah would be like, Jono's so nice. He's so nice. And people don't think it because he's so good looking.
Oh,
Oh, thank you very much.
Did you prepare this
That is
statement in advance?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
always.
I've paid Kat
Yeah.
Ethereum
But that
for
whole
that.
thing of like that run up those lists, the it girls, who to hang out with. I mean,
Yeah.
it feeds off excluding people. Like
Which-
it makes people feel like crap. That's how they sell, actually, because people kind of addicted to feeling like crap.
Did you pick a relevant person we should all follow and hang out with in culture?
I didn't pick someone in particular.
Philip Salon, you mentioned, this old man who dated Boy George.
Oh, Philip Salon's always walking around shoeless. And I did a gig once, and he was lying across, like, the audience was here, and I was standing here, and Philip was kind of just in front of me, but like very unamused.
He's an old character in London. He founded the Mud Club. He's kind of a grumpy old man now these days. Where's
He's
Vivian
everywhere.
Westwood?
And I guess now he's not wearing shoes.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
maybe
He's always been shoeless, actually.
maybe he's big on WikiFeed.
Yeah.
Philip Salon.
Trying to
Perhaps.
show you.
Are you aware?
I have a rating on Wiki.
You do?
And it's positive. Not bragging.
Okay.
really?
What
People
are you
make
out
a
of
lot
10?
of money from their feet.
Oh, absolutely.
I actually have an active Instagram foot account my friend tried to make me do. It's
This is
called
Philip
Shop
Salon.
Dizzy Heels, if anyone wants to look at my
Okay.
feet.
Shop Dizzy Hills.
Yeah.
So on WikiFeed, how it works,
on
obviously,
Instagram.
there's ratings, right?
Yeah.
So you're rated on WikiFeed.
I
Do you
am.
know your
I
status?
think it's like a 4.3, but I could be making that.
Is
Out
that
of
why
five,
you've got
out of five.
different shoes on? Are you going to show us your
I
feet?
always change out of sneakers into heels for a podcast because I'm trying to look more professional in my
really
post
good.
drug
But how much
addiction
are we?
age.
I love how it's only for
We
a
are seeing.
podcast and it's we can't
No,
even
that's why
see.
she's sitting there. We can see
Okay,
her.
I
shoes.
Here I
understand.
am. These are some beat up Jimmy Choos because I only brought one pair of
Amazing.
shoes for London.
2 pairs, sneakers and these.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can recommend this cool actress Magagia Silberfield. She's in a show called Greek Salad.
Okay.
It's an Amazon
Right.
show.
You sound like you just made that up.
Oh, yeah. Magagia.
You're making up celebrities for clout now, aren't you?
She's
about
really
That's
bad.
actually quite an interesting concept. Let's just make them up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do some improv.
Yeah, they're literally improv celebs.
Greece.
Greek Salad is a show about
Sorry, I just
two...
ate so much Greek salad too. I'm,
It's
like,
about two
delirious.
French kids. It's a show about 2 French kids who inherit a deserted house in
Say
Athens.
do heroin, sorry.
And then they put all the refugees in the deserted house because they care. And
Like Syrian
There's,
refugees.
there's a dessert
Yeah.
now.
dessert
Greek salad?
Yeah, Magagia is there. She's
Wow.
dating.
Magagia.
Okay.
Culturally
Silberfield.
relevant.
But talking about relevance, bringing it back more to a focus point, I guess, where does Instagram and TikTok stand for all of you? And in terms of social media clout, how does one ascertain that in 2023?
You tell me.
Kat, are you still more?
I want to join TikTok now, but let me ask
Yeah.
you, is it intuitive to know how to make the videos and do all this technical stuff? Because I know that some of the dumbest people I know are on it. Not naming names, my
Confession.
sister.
Oh,
But
yeah. And other, yeah.
and
But when
she's
you,
really good at making those videos.
when
but
you open TikTok, you start looking at videos, you forget you even want to upload one because it
Right.
draws
Yeah.
you in to look at other people's videos.
What I do is I just kind of film. It's more about the edit. I really look forward to the edit. So I'll just like be talking about something kind of mundane or filming. Like I took my kid to ballet and then I was in a nightclub and it was all like, that's my life at the moment.
You would
Is that
show-
mundane? I don't think that.
But then I edit it together to kind of make a point, or like it kind of there's a punchline. Yeah, it's just kind of fun.
The punchline is on textual.
It's just like making fun of myself. I try to be as a.
I'm going to follow both of you and I'm going to reactivate my account.
You need to get it because you would be wonderful.
You'd be brilliant on it. You have to.
You get addicted though. It's really intense.
Good.
You're
I
not
need
on
some
it.
new addictions. I'm
Yeah.
incredibly
You're not
bored.
on it.
Yeah, he watches it on Safari.
I wanted to
He's
DM
addicted to Safari.
You can DM people on TikTok, right?
You can, yeah.
I wanted to DM someone, but I couldn't. I had TikTok for a few minutes, and I forgot I wanted to DM people because.
You can't send them photos on TikTok DM. That's one.
Well, would you talk to strangers just to hang out in TikTok?
I haven't, but I because of my Cemetery Safari prowess on TikTok, I've found other tapophiles to tap into.
Really?
So now we follow each other.
Oh, it's raining. Sorry.
You tap that.
I've tapped that indeed.
Shocking.
To your original question, though, I guess it depends on what you want to execute. What video? I mean, maybe it's just.
Thinking some baby shambles music from 10 years ago that no one in New York will like. Only me. And then me storming around on a bridge.
Sounds good. Why not?
What
Do
kind
it.
of music?
Baby shambles.
I mean, that's the name of this.
It's Pete, dude.
Oh, Pete. That's why it's called Shambles. Your
Yeah.
Patreon.
Greek
Come on,
salad.
This
Pete
is
Dougherty.
London.
I'm not in touch with the Libertines as much as I should be.
They're a breaking new band, Nimrod.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Brand new.
Keep up with them.
And yeah, any relevant
featured on
people,
Vice.
Jono?
What music do you listen? Do you listen to
Oh,
music? What, like?
REM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love Night Swimming and the others.
Well, you're a big Michael Stipe fan.
Yeah, and
Brilliant.
Man on the Moon, an REM song.
Yeah. Didn't he recently come out as a sex addict?
Michael Stipe?
Yeah.
Oh, me and Michael.
I didn't
You
hear
and
that
Michael
story.
Stipe together.
Let's talk about your sex addiction.
It's hysterical. No, it's more of a love addiction,
It's your landlord who...
and it manifests.
At least
in
you
sex.
can feel.
What
Feel
is
too
something.
much, or I project things onto people. No, because I'm in rehab.
Married
and
to the Word document.
So you live in the rehab thing?
No,
or-
I don't live there. I'm in an outpatient program, and so and I'm there a few days a week. I get tested. I went in thinking that I was there for just normal addictions, and it turns out I potentially have some sort of love sex addiction too. So then I was put on a contract when I broke that contract in the first week.
What is the contract? You and
Well, they're
them?
made
and
to be
then...
broken, darling.
Exactly.
But maybe they invented it so you can pay them and keep going?
Well, they did just extend it.
pyramid scheme.
They did just
It's a
extend me.
customer.
These people thinking that the rehab clinics want so much money.
Yeah.
It's like they do want to help you. Most
They
of them
do,
are run
they
by
do.
former addicts. A lot of them have a lot of money in the.
They're
This
expensive.
place where I'm at is incredible, and I love them all very much. But it's just a funny.
But they're judging you for...
No, I mean I think
Dating.
they're probably right. I shouldn't
No.
be dating right now.
Alfredo, are you aware of the word limerence? Have you heard of that?
And tell me about it.
So limerence is love addiction,
Oh.
essentially. So
Oh, it's
the
a
idea-
good lyric. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's perfect. Yeah, it is. No. So basically, yeah, it's the obsession with wanting to be in love or wanting to feel in love, and so therefore you focus all your attention on one person, and then your world essentially it gravitates just around them.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit of
everything
that.
you think about them. It's a song, for instance, an REM song. For instance.
It's a bit of
Love
it's a
lyrics.
high though, isn't it? When you fall in love,
an addiction, yeah.
it's like it's an extreme rush, endorphins,
Yeah.
dopamine.
But
I'm a
don't you think-
dopamine addict.
That's like the God or whomever made that so that we would keep reproducing. Like it's a biological event, and it's like you can't get around as a woman. Like being a woman is horrible. Men
But
like
can
we fall in love with men who cheat on us or this and that, and that's just like. But it has to be that way.
Do you believe in the old adage, all men lie, cheat, and steal?
No.
Do they?
And I think most of them in the major cities have a pretty down pat routine.
No, I was thinking this morning I actually might be a lesbian. I might consider it because it might work for me. Because men maybe they do.
Professionally?
You start with
Professional lesbian.
pornography.
Yeah.
I recommend my favorite porn star is Natasha Starr, 2 R's. She's fabulous.
Yeah.
I basically watch female pornography. I didn't start doing that to my 30s.
The Iron Pack had a whole Pornhub party in Los Angeles.
Oh, I was invited to that.
What?
Stormy Daniels was there. And the Iron Pack are the most relevant podcasters in New York right now. They
Okay.
will...
So why are you asking me questions?
Sorry.
You know it
I
all.
thought you hung out with them.
Yeah.
I do.
Is Pornhub going down? Pornhub has a good reputation.
I
right
prefer
now.
you
Yeah.
porn.
We went to a
porn,
porn birthday party together
Oh, yes.
in New York.
I can't even remember whose it was, but it didn't get dicey.
It
Oh,
didn't.
it was Oysters, who's amazing. And she's friends with Janice Griffin, who's one of the major porn stars who had her own fleshlight. You know those. Johnny, you ever used a fleshlight, darling?
No, I haven't actually.
You know what it is?
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah.
Moving on.
Another-
No, I once I found out about them in a sex shop in
Stoya.
Japan
Oh.
Stoya,
12 years ago.
famous porn star.
Oh, yeah.
She is like an iconic person who's relevant still.
Yeah. There's lots
Vice
of cool.
really, yeah. Oh, about Vice magazine. So nobody got to own a house. Only the founder of Vice magazine. I just remember Shane Smith bought a big house in Santa Monica.
Yeah, they had
Not
tons
fair.
of money.
But
I remember like they were trying to make me editor at large at one point, and I just remember I walked into that office in Williamsburg, and it was the first I had come from women's magazines, and it was just very like disorienting, and everyone like people weren't looking at me, which is much weirder than if they are.
yeah.
Like they were like avoiding eye contact with me, and it was all dudes, and I was like, this is just a weird vibe, and I felt
Yeah.
like
That's
I
horrible.
felt like I wouldn't really be like part of the create. I don't know. I just felt like a gimmick there. Maybe it was like just a weird time in my career.
They were known to never pay their interns initially.
That was common.
Just like ISIS, by the way. Never paid people who made the videos. And Vice got access to ISIS like no other publication. They thought it's cool to hang out with ISIS
They
fighters.
also squashed, like, my friend was Rocco Castoro, who's the editor-in-chief there. They, like, squashed his stories. They squashed his ambition.
him.
They kept him down some really crazy ways. Like, he had amazing stories, and they
Yeah.
would just be like, he's getting too big for his britches. You know, there are some cultures that really, they want you. And in publishing, there's no, like,
Yeah.
if you're good, your bosses either want you, they're like, you're amazing, like, grow.
He
like,
made
do
me
this.
do,
And-
Rocco Castoro made me do the fake Obama birth video.
Oh,
where
yeah. See, he's awesome.
People thought Obama was born in Kenya, so we did a video as if
Mm-hmm.
to show the birth in Kenya, and people fell for that.
It is beautiful, actually, that video. It is
Yeah.
still online, isn't it, Nimrod?
Yeah, and Rocco Costoro is
Finest
the
work.
guy. He exposed John McAfee in Belize.
Yeah, they suppressed all of those stories from him.
Yeah.
But I think your most beautiful moment was that photo with Stephen Hawking.
All right. Yeah, I met Stephen Hawking outside the Children Firehouse.
Of all places.
Of course.
Iconic.
That is.
I chased the
hysterical.
wheelchair
That should be
for
an
a picture.
NFT.
Yeah, true. I should
Rest
sell
in
that.
peace.
You chased the wheelchair.
I chased the wheelchair for a quick photo.
I would have loved to see
I don't think I've seen that photo. Can you
It's
send that
my
to me?
favorite
Yeah.
one. It's like
You should put it in the
Let me
edit
see.
if you're going to edit the video with
Yeah,
me.
can-
Yeah, I'm already thinking that.
Yeah,
That's why I want the
There
photo.
you go. Yeah.
We're getting there.
Jono is kind enough to offer to edit this ensemble with
very
pictures
sweet.
as
Like
we
a-
talk.
Like a Vice intern.
oh, I love when people like throw that there. Anyway, back to your sex addiction, your clinic.
Well, yeah. So I think, as I say, it's just connected to love addiction, and I think that's basically because when you're in the rehab, you do these things called P&Ds, which is you give an example of when you were powerless and the damages of your powerlessness. So basically, an incident about your addiction, and all of the things, the incidents I brought up, they were always very closely related to me being hysterical. You know, I was with an abusive partner and it was all this kind of drama, just high drama, like being promiscuous, cheating, I don't know, all sorts of things. I won't go into too much detail, but that is how they've realized that
Yeah.
that is the problem.
What, do you want to do a story about this institution?
No, I don't know why. I just threw it back. I think I just.
You can visit maybe and can Katman and meet the founder of
Yeah,
the
Kat,
rehab.
come and I'll introduce you to.
You know, I've had 5 inpatient rehabs, and
Addiction
I don't even know how many outpatients. But
Do an addiction shambles segment.
my whole life has been one long
Oh.
addiction shambles segment. So now I'm just working out on the floor in Hackney Central,
Oh,
The station.
basically,
Yeah,
Pretty
right
impressive.
by it.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
I think it's good to be honest. That I don't know. It's very refreshing being honest about when you're not doing well, and like.
I think it's honest to say I'm doing nothing today. People keep pretending they're busy. Just say nothing. Because people in London, they won't hang out with you unless you invite them to an event.
You're always quite active though, Nimrod, on your bike.
I sit on the Chiltern Street and just talk to randoms, as opposed to like make plans and like I'm like, what are you doing right now? I don't want to know what you're doing next week.
You're not much of a night owl though, are you really?
Yeah, because I can't cycle back and forth from Hackney to the city twice a day.
What are we doing for the coronation? And you sent me a very important schedule about
Yeah.
when people are going on the balcony.
Waving, we're gonna cycle you around until you're tired, and then can drop you off at Notting Hill.
I'm going to Sussex. You're all very welcome to
you
come stay with
crying?
me.
Really.
That would be amazing.
It's quite a
Coronation.
poignant moment there, Nimrod
You'll
just
see,
explained to you.
you'll see Queen Camilla. She kind of reminds me of you. Her humbleness and
Oh,
dedication
please.
to duty,
Sister.
service.
Shut up, Jono. No, she doesn't.
Queen consort.
Yeah.
Well, no, she'll be queen tomorrow.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's being.
Actually.
Yeah, she's being going through the process of queen.
Yeah.
Queen bee.
What else on your list? You put some.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
ChatGPT is an AI thing. If you want to know how
Yeah, can you
to do things, it gives you answers that are definitive, as opposed to Google. You ask ChatGPT, "What should I watch tonight? Give me 3 movies about horses." Just give
Horses?
you, for example.
Is that the Camilla reference again?
Yeah.
Black Beauty, Black Beauty. What's another horse film?
All
Oh,
the pretty horses.
they shoot horses too, don't they?
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
I was about to. Yeah, I'm going to go see that in the theater. I
Yeah.
think.
Warhorse.
BoJack Horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to keep going with the horse?
Black.
The horse recommendations.
You can do a whole beauty channel.
Spirit.
I'm delirious.
You tell the AI, write me a whole Kat Marnell column about Greece and her trip, and it do a weird draft.
I'm already on autopilot, darling.
You do it without even looking.
It's just fingers to keyboard to brain. Just
But
Wait, were you in Greece like last night?
No, I was in London last night.
you
Oh, I hear maybe there's gonna be baby foxes. That's a hot topic.
Yeah.
Since I love the foxes in London.
we see foxes all the time in the streets.
Oh yeah, but now I think they're babies because it's spring.
Oh, I see.
But-
There would be
what I
baby
ex-
foxes. That's why you're here.
Yeah, basically. I'm
If you
on the
sleep,
hunt.
try
would
to
love
sleep in
for
the
lots of
park. If you sleep on a sleeping bag in the park,
Mm-hmm.
I heard that story. A fox comes into the sleeping bag.
Well, she's working out in Hackney Central Station,
Oh.
so I guess she could move on over.
Hackney is a bit
Yeah.
edgy right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Edgy
Is it?
foxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the foxes are edgy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
So yeah.
what's on the list then?
I say chat. I'm glad I brought the list along, Nimrod.
Yeah.
So yes, ChatGPT using that for party invites in order to hustle your way in through the door.
So
'Cause
we
I think
did
you've
that.
tried that. You have done that, haven't you, Nimrod?
What did I write? I wrote ChatGPT.
Pierre.
we need to get Pierre in the Coco
Friend
party.
of ours.
So I said, give me 3 reasons why Pierre should be allowed in the party, and he's the flatmate of the DJ. So the automatic AI machine gave me all the reasons why he should be allowed in.
Wow.
Do you have ChatGPT on your phone? Because now you can have it on your mobile.
I go on the website. I should get the app.
Yeah, we should get the app because also
Okay.
right now we could maybe do a post within your style. So I could ask ChatGPT,
Maybe you can show
can I
the
do
viewers.
a blog post in the style of Cat Marnell?
You could show the viewers.
I would love to see. I have
That'd
no
be
idea
brilliant.
what
When you
you're
edit-
talking
I'll
about.
try it afterwards.
When you edit
Okay.
this video, could you show viewers a sample?
I could do that in the video, yeah.
you want? Sorry, it's too much work.
I can
but
intercut this. Don't worry, Nimrod.
Yeah.
I am your unpaid vice intern. Forever in debt.
Yeah, but it would be worthwhile to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. Worthwhile to everyone. All right, let me just go and check. I'm going to go. Here we go. Okay, so, right, talked about that.
We have 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. Okay, we already mentioned about Julia Fox's new
Paris
Clowncore
Hilton's-
look.
That was on
I'm
the
just
list.
seeing
That
Paris.
was on the list. Yeah.
Where are you going from here?
What does it say? Paris
Are
Hilton?
we having lunch?
Oh, yeah. Paris
No, I
Hilton's
mean,
Public
after
Ethereum
Oh, home.
with AI. No.
Yeah.
Dating and splitting the bill. That's a big
Oh.
one. With Ethereum. Dating and
Sorry.
splitting the bill with Ethereum,
Crypto.
Nimrod. That was very you.
I was saying in crypto you can see how much money people have. Like I can open Paris Hilton's wallet, and see how much money she has.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing you said to
Showed
me when
you,
we
yeah.
first met.
I'm obsessed about wallets.
Show me what was on Paris
yeah.
Hilton's crypto.
What do you think about Dimes Square? Still relevant in New York? There's an area called Dimes with a D.
Yes. Here's what I like about them. I like that they don't value having a lot of money. They're all fucking cool because they're always in the right place at the right time.
People
They don't have fancy apartments. They have small, like
Mm.
they have like $2,500 studios, which
Like
is a rarity in New
Julia
York.
Cook owns
Yeah.
a flat there.
Oh yeah, she does own, but she rents it out. They don't have fancy furniture. Like the kids these days, the young people. When I was
Like,
coming up, New
still
York was
expensive.
very flashy, and it was about like you had to be like 24 and like Gucci bags. They're fashionable and they have fashion stuff, and they actually do have a lot of Gucci. I don't know how, but they pick the right things. But like it's more about like,
But these horrible apartments are still expensive.
but they're not that expensive for New York because they're small. They're like the size of this room. It's just
Yeah.
very different. Like it's in a weird way, it's like not shallow or superficial. Like those people are nice. They're just the kids. They're so creative. They're so cool. Like,
There's a hotel there for $600
Well,
a night, 9 or
yeah, where you stay and you would have
I get
me
the
meet
media
you for
discount.
lunch. Nimrod loves having you come meet him for a meal in the lobby of a hotel.
So I go down with the slippers, and they give me a media discount. I pretend I'll write about the hotel.
Right. You've told
Oh yeah,
me.
you
like
sent me
a
a message
bougie
you were at the
life, yeah.
Dorchester Hotel the other day.
Yeah.
He likes the bougie life. You,
Yeah.
you like a good hotel lobby,
Then
don't you, Nimrod?
They ask me, where's the review you promised us in GQ? And then I say, since you gave it to me for free, I'm biased now. So I can't be honest about the product.
I'm glad you've got your moral code.
Yeah.
Really brilliant, Nimrod. No, New York is vastly expensive. I mean, it's incredibly expensive right now. It really, I mean, it always has
She's
been. but
describing
now on
Lower
another
East
level.
Side like it's an affordable place.
No,
It's
it's I'm
absurd.
jaded. My
Yeah,
rent has
it's-
gone. My rent is. I can't even say it. It's
Just tell us.
$4,500 a month, and my apartment.
4,500, 4,500 a month.
And it went up $750. So I rented it at $3,750 and was already like, oh, I can't really do
Oh, no.
this. And then they raised it, and I just was like,
Do you know the landlord? You met them?
no, I don't know.
Oh.
It's a blessing you don't drink as well in New
Yeah.
York now. I mean, in London, it's absurd. I paid £8.50 for a pint.
Oh God!
The
Well,
other
when I go, yeah. Well, I still drink Lucky Saint, which
Mm.
at Chilton is about £30 still.
I was drinking Whispering Angel at Children when
Oh.
I was
You
there.
already went to Chilton without me?
Not here.
Oh,
Several visits ago.
When she wasn't sober.
Yeah. That's
Right.
where you should
When
have
we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Together.
It was fun.
Yeah. Can't remember half of it, but I think, I think it was fun.
Yeah.
We started at that free gin event in Soho.
Oh, yeah.
Where do people like go in New York now? Is it still the Bowery and people, Lucian?
Bowery is really for NYU people for
Lucian.
nightlife. It's really
Lucian.
like literal children, like 18 years old, drunk
Yeah.
on the Bowery at the
What-
7-Eleven.
What's your page 6 relationship? Because you know someone in the New York Post. And you
Many
keep,
people. I've worked
keep-
with them for a long time.
What's
but-
the vibe? The New York Post is like a Murdoch-owned publication, but you
So-
leak stuff to them.
And they've gotten increasingly
Funny.
right wing. Okay.
Oh, right wing. Yeah.
But I mean, they always were. But I mean, New Yorkers love the New York Post. Like it's sort of beyond politics in that way. But it is. They brought over English people to
Yeah. They've-
be really like intense about it. So it's gotten like, and the Piers Morgan columns run
So,
over there in the
give
U.S.
us
edition.
Oh,
an
wow.
example for a story that you leaked to them.
Okay, most of the time, the thing with Page Six is that you don't come to them. They come to you. So they see things on my social media and they come to me. They're big on seeing me on an Instagram thing. And then when I announced I was sober, I do not go to Page Six and say, I'm sober. I just want to tell you. Like, they would never run it. You have to be like a woman with a man. You let them come to you.
So, for example, which story you think we should read that you were involved in?
So other stories that are about other people, I will pitch.
You will.
Like, I would pitch something to them.
For example?
Let's say when Rachel Robert White moved into Caroline Calloway's apartment, and it was this whole crazy thing, and then she got kicked out, and then they took Rachel's deposit, and it was just like this insane 48 hours that ended in more money being like just crazy.
Yeah.
And
we love Caroline Calloway.
Yeah, we love her. I was just texting with her today.
We still need to have dessert.
Oh, yeah.
You know her.
Jono and I were going to go to the apartment. But
we had porridge
You know
together.
her before Kat Marnell knows her.
Yeah. We had porridge together at 4 in the morning in my furnitureless apartment.
But the thing is now, she's
Talk
written the
about
book,
romance.
she says. I can't wait to support it. I am
Is she a scammer?
waiting
She's not a scammer, then.
because it's $65. Like, if it was $25, I pre-order.
Why so expensive?
It's her first edition copy,
hardcover with
and Pinocchio paper, all the stuff. I have it. I will buy the $65 when I see it, but I love her.
What's Pinocchio paper when it's at home?
Yes, what?
There's Pinocchio paper.
I don't know what that is.
You say it like it's a very...
I've been watching her Instagram stories. Okay.
Why can't she give you a copy? She's such a good friend.
Oh,
allegedly.
she would give it to me. I want to buy it.
Is she a better friend of yours than
wants
Julia
to-
Fox?
You knew that's where he was going.
You've given her a bit
She's
of meat
not.
now, you see. It's not gonna- it's
Julia
not gonna
Fox, I knew when she was 21 years old. She was sitting on my floor smoking angel dust with me.
What is Angel? So
PCP.
saw that. Okay. So I don't think that's a thing in this
It's
city.
lovely, but
Is
good.
it?
I have no
I'm
problem.
still
Try it
trying to
one
work out
time.
what Pinocchio paper is.
Yeah, Pinocchio paper. You could roll the PCP in it and smoke it. It'd be mystical.
Oh,
No.
so it's like Rizzler paper.
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
No, Caroline Calloway has special limited edition Pinocchio paper, allegedly in this book. The thing is, the fact that she's even advertising that she has Pinocchio paper is almost like, is she just a performance artist? Like, is this all fake that we're supposed to be giving her this money? My friend speculated that it was to get very expensive Taylor Swift tickets multiple nights in a row at Fort Lauderdale recently. Caroline had fabulous seats. I don't know.
She had OnlyFans as well at some point to
Yeah.
make money.
I tried that for a second. Didn't do anything.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, I tried it for a minute.
Jono should do
What
it.
was the fee?
I might give it a go.
Fake.
Maybe only feet first. But
Maybe it's the new Patreon. No?
Yeah.
Isn't OnlyFans more revenue than Patreon sometimes? What was your price?
No, I like when I say I tried it for a minute, it was genuinely like a minute.
Oh.
what was your price? You just asked that.
You put the price
We're not on a
range
market here,
$8.
Nimrod. What?
I've seen you subscribe on OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, there are prices you do. I can't remember. I was like in
Cheers.
in Mania.
You have
at the
to
time.
choose your lane.
Well,
Yeah.
OnlyFans are trying to expand their content as well now. A little bit like TikTok. They don't want to just stick to one thing.
Okay, I think we should wrap it soon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I just thought of a culturally relevant person.
Oh, yeah, go on.
My friend does a bit of that, and she's made a big amount of money. Lottie Moss. She's made a lot of.
All right, she's Kate Moss's sister. She was cancelled, not sister, cousin.
Yeah, sister. But would we say cancelled? I don't think
She had a
cancelled.
tweet out.
Oh God.
Cancelled by one tweet.
Yeah,
She wasn't
shut
even
down.
Take her
New
to the
York.
tower.
I know, bloody hell.
When
just
the
things
nepotism-
happen.
what tweet?
About Nepo babies when the New York Magazine.
Oh, about
Nepo.
Nepo.
Nepo,
Oh, the
it's
Nepo
insane.
babies thing. I do know about
She
this.
said, I'm actually talented. I'm not here because I'm Kate Moss's relative.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak on that.
We all know too many Nepo babies to be
I-
on. I have to defend
yeah.
them because I'm friends with all of them.
Oh.
I am a Nepo
Shout out
baby.
to Harry McNally and
Oh,
everyone, and all of my
Oh yeah.
celebrity friends' babies in the future.
So they're really talented, you think? And
Sure.
But also, being a Nepo baby doesn't mean that you have famous parents necessarily. It means you've got parents maybe who are connected, or like you can get through some doors.
Lottie Moss is your friend and she is relevant, do you think?
Is she? Well, yeah, I suppose
We
she's
should-
relevant. She's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
She is relevant.
Of course, everyone.
Nimrod, allow her to
everyone
be
is
the
relevant.
relevant. Are you the gatekeeper of relevant, influential
Relevant
people?
She's someone I know, and she's relevant. And I
Okay,
brought her up.
so yeah, we can wrap it. Come next week and we'll do
Shout
some
out to
more.
Lottie Moss.
Shout
Yeah.
out, hi Lottie. Sorry to bring you into
Lottie.
this.
Magagia Silberfield.
Greek salad film.
Greek
salad.
What?
Watch it.
TV show.
TV
Okay,
show.
thanks.
Great. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.
one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Oh my
Sounds
God.
different now.